This video looks really dark. I'll just... That's good enough. Well, hi there. Welcome to a very dark video this week. I hope you're all well. I've not been in touch for a couple of weeks because I got that commission I talked about. Remember that commission? Yeah, that came in, and I'm currently up to my eyes in it. Deadline is a couple of days from now, and I'm just about going to scrape it. I think we're going to be okay. It's a new book. I'm not sure what the book's going to be called or when it's going to be out, but rest assured, watch this space and I'll let you know. Okay, so because I've been doing commission work, I've not really been doing anything on Space Crash, and I've not really been doing a lot of anything else. I've done a Comic Jam piece, but that's not out yet, so deadline for that is not till the end of the month, so I've just played with it here and there. We've got a bit of time, so whilst, because I mean basically that's the video, 1 minute 10 seconds. It's not much. So I want to talk about something that's been in the press recently. So about a month ago, or thereabouts, the McMinn County School Board in Tennessee held a meeting, and they decided to ban MAUS. That's what the headlines say, and so everyone's been running around going, "Oh my God, they're banning books." I just want everyone to take a second and realise that they're not banning books. Okay, if you can go into a Target or a shop that sells books in America, I don't know if they have Waterstones in America, and buy a copy of MAUS in Tennessee, that book's not banned. If you can buy it on Amazon and it gets delivered to your house, the book's not banned. So what actually happened? Well, the McMinn County School Board met, and they decided that this module they were going to teach on the Holocaust, the suggested text, which was MAUS, was a bit too fruity for their sensibilities. It had some 8 words they disagreed with and 1 depiction of female nudity. That's a female mouse person, nude, in a bathtub, in 300 pages. I'll point out something else. In that particular panel, the authors, that's a depiction of the author's mother committing suicide in a bathtub. So if you think that's a bit too, a bit too sexual, that's on you, right? Now they rationalise it by saying, look, if we were to give kids an 18 video with effing and jeffing and nudity all over the place, parents would kick up a stink and people would get angry. Of course they would, yes. So the argument is, if we give them a book and they read it out loud, is it not the same? I said, well, no, it's not really. Also, we should bear in mind that this is teaching to 8th grade, which, as I looked it up, is 13 to 14-year-old kids. So what the school board is saying is they can't trust 18-year-old, they can't trust 13 to 14-year-old kids to not just like blurt out words that they've just read like a toddler. I mean, that says more about their views of their children as opposed to the views on any kind of morality that they've got. So, do I think they made a good decision? No, it's short-sighted and slightly blinkered. And I suppose I'm going to be trying be fair to them. If you're going to, the risk is you go, yeah, let's teach MAUS, and then they catch a lot of heat from parent groups. So you kind of want to hide it to nothing. But what are you going to do? You're teaching the Holocaust. This is like a really challenging, demanding. It's not like an airy-fairy teaching stuff. This is serious stuff. Bad stuff went down. 6 million people dead. In an organised, mechanised, sort of almost like a factory-style approach to sort of slaughter. The likes of which, hopefully, we'll never see again. But the only way we can guarantee that is if people recognise the warning signs in the history that's taught. And there's a risk that we sanitise the history so much and we sanitise our learning so much that we sleepwalk into another one of these sort of cataclysmic events. So, There are alternatives to books. I mean, okay. I also think that they've sort of shot themselves in the foot slightly here because, as I understand it, the module was due to be taught last year and wasn't because of COVID restrictions. Presumably, it's difficult getting text to people, I guess. So now they've got to teach this module. And the outcome of the module is that the students will write a small graphic novel or comic page detailing a Holocaust survivor's experiences. MAUS is a perfect representation of what they're required to do. So now they've got to find another replacement graphic novel about the Holocaust, potentially Pulitzer Prize winning. Don't know. I don't know if that's important. That text will have to be approved by presumably Tennessee school boards, and then it'll have to go back to that school board to make sure that the person who found the 8 swears and the nudity is okay with that book. Once we're happy with the book, I guess they've got to do the lesson plan, and then they've got to teach this lesson, this module, and they've got to do it this year because they didn't do it last year. So time's running out for them. You can't keep kicking. This is a can you can't keep kicking down the road. At some point, they're going to have to find the replacement text and actually make the module. It seems to be making an awful lot of work just for eight words in the picture. So, I don't know. Draw from that whatever conclusion you will. Are there alternative books? Yes, there are. Would they give you the same result? I honestly don't know because I've not read the books. If it's any consolation to the Tennessee School Board, if it's any consolation to the McMinn School Board, I seem to recall there was a copy of MAUS in the library when I was in high school, and I read it. I would have been 12, and I turned out pretty okay. So there you go. You pay your money, you take your choice. Right. Anyway, that's the serious stuff out of the way. So yes, I'm going to be carrying on. Finishing this commission off. It's not much to report this week. Sorry, everyone. Next video. I don't know. There's a couple of things I want to try and get into the next video, but we'll have to see. Probably get some jam pieces in, and we'll probably do something about mini comics. I haven't done anything about mini comics for a while, so I think we need to do something with some mini comics. Just feels like it's time to do something with mini comics. I keep saying mini comics, it's starting to sound weird. Okay, anyway, you all take care, and I'll see you later. And hopefully next time I'll have this better lit, because this is a bit not great, but it's something, and it's better than nothing. Okay, all right, see you later. All right, bye now.